I used to work a 9 to 5 like so many other people, and I would dream about the day that I could go out on my own. I was your typical marketing guy who was always expected to wear a lot of hats and always do more with less. Typical, right? Then in 2017, I was unexpectedly laid off. I wasn't ready to go on my own yet, and I had to find another job fast. All I wanted was a way to provide for my family in a similar fashion to what I'd been doing, with the type of salary that I had before. But I also wanted to be excited about going to work every day. Turns out that was actually a lot to ask. Look, I knew that applying for a job the traditional way wasn't going to work in my favor, right? Traditional meaning you submit a ton of applications and never hear back. Literally, when was the last time you landed a job from applying blindly on a company's website? My point exactly. But I still needed a job ASAP. I had a wife and 2 kids to feed and not very much money in the bank. But I didn't just want any job. I wanted the right job, something that would be a cultural fit and work with the pay range that my skill sets had proved to be worth. But you're smart. You know that was exactly where I ran into a brick wall. Applying for jobs that traditional way that I mentioned on companies' websites proved to be an absolute waste of time. In fact, most companies have automatic software that filters for keywords on your resume, and I knew half of the applications that I submitted didn't even get viewed, which was bogus. Even though I felt like I had a chance if I could get an interview, I couldn't land the interview doing it that way. The system was flawed, and I knew that there had to be a better way. That's when I had an epiphany. And luckily, the day that I lost my job, I unknowingly had put a brilliant plan in place that has blessed me for years now. And it all had to do with personal branding. This is where it gets real good, guys, so stay with me. You see, the day that I lost my job, I had my boss, yes, the same one who just laid me off, take this picture of me next to my old beat-up Jeep holding a cardboard box. Notice that I was smiling. Because that's who I am. I'm positive and I'm full of energy. I smile even when things suck. Little did I know that that picture would be my golden ticket just days later. A few days and many applications later, I threw a caption on that photo and posted it on all of my social media networks. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. I leveraged my social media with my positivity and good humor and completely flipped the job hunting process on its head. Instead of me applying for hundreds of jobs, I had hundreds of people, an army, with their own connections, trying to find me a job. Friends, family, even complete strangers who were drawn to my positive outlook. It was absolutely incredible. And this part is the most important, so listen up. I was leveraging the power of a personal brand that I didn't even know that I had. Think about that for a minute. Can you guess what my biggest problem was after that post? Yeah, I bet you can. Filtering the good leads from the bad ones. The response was completely overwhelming. I had so many people trying to find me a job, it was absurd. So, for the next 2 weeks, I was on calls and doing interviews nonstop. My family barely saw me. I was really that busy, I kid you not. I started declining interviews because I had secured 4 different job offers, each of which was for more money than I previously made. I literally have never looked at the power of social media coupled with the power of a personal brand the same way. And I'm not talking about influencer marketing here. I'm talking about people like you, me, who don't have a ridiculous amount of followers. Each of the subsequent jobs that I landed, I never applied for. That model was old. Today, I own my own marketing agency and I use this same strategy to get clients. This works for job seekers, freelancers, side hustlers looking to brand themselves and get clients, and for so many other scenarios, entrepreneurs like me. How do I know that this works? Well, because I've been using it for years and I've taught this same strategy to many, many others, and they're finding success with it too. I want to tell you all about this strategy, and I'm going to do it for free. So click the link and download, yes, for free, my personal branding guide. It's only free for a little while, so take action and get it now.